Hello Grand Prix fans, Maltese Falcon here. Welcome back to the Simtek challenge. Here are the rules as usual, and let's jump in to what happened in the last race. The last race was at Spain and we managed to win after an early off into the gravel trap, but managed to fight our way back through the field and eventually overcome David Coulthard and Gerhard Berger, who were the protagonists in that race. Hill and Schumacher, for some reason, really struggled for pace. Not sure what happened there. But yeah, good race overall. Shame about that early mistake, but we managed to come back and it was actually quite exciting to do so. So let's jump into the game. So the next race is at Canada. But before we do that, let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship. So Joe Consiglio in the lead with 40 points over Hill, Coulthard, Alesi, Schumacher and Berger. And yes, that is Michael Schumacher in 5th place. Really surprising. So let's move on to Montreal. I have to say this is definitely one of my favourite tracks over the years. I think it's always been a good track for keyboard drivers. I remember having a breakthrough with this track when I used to play Grand Prix 3. And yeah, I was always pretty quick here. So let's move on to the strategy for this race. So I'm going for a 2-stopper, pretty standard strategy. And I'm not sure what the computer cars are going to be doing here. I've not had that much time to practice this week. So it's a bit of a journey into the unknown. I think my race pace is actually not very good here, so I'm expecting quite a close race. And let's move on to the grid. So I managed to take pole position with a 20.7, but Schumacher was only half a second behind, and then it was Hill, Coulthard, Gerhard Berger, Alesi, so 2 by 2 there. Verstappen, Brundle, Hakkinen and De Cesaris. And let's see if my teammate made it. Yes, he did, in 24th. So yeah, so I'm expecting a very close race here. I think the computer cars have got relatively good race pace compared to their qualifying pace. So stay tuned, this should be a good one. Whoops. Oh dear. That was a bit messy. So, not a good start. So it looks like one of the Williams is overtaking Schumacher. Let's see if we can get involved. We've got a Ferrari on us here. Ooh. That could have ended in tears. So as expected, the race pace of the computer cars looks pretty hot. And that's Schumacher going inside one of the Williams. Oh, they've collided. And so have I. Oh no, we've just lost a position to one of the Ferraris. Oh dear. So it's Berger. So a very difficult opening to the Grand Prix here. Let's see if we can get the Ferrari. Oh dear. Okay, things have gone from bad to worse here, folks. Yeah, I'd say this is probably going to be the most difficult race of the season. Just because our pace is not very good. And I keep making small mistakes. Okay. That was our first proper overtake. I can only hope that some of these guys are on 3 stops. Okay. Get off the grass, Joe. So despite me liking this track, it seems the track doesn't particularly like me. But sometimes you just have to accept that you don't have the pace. And score the maximum amount of points you can. But yeah, I really don't know exactly how this is going to play out here. Quite interesting. I'd say the top three is looking pretty difficult. Even if they're on 3 stops. And we're not able to close in on Berger here. Or at least only very slowly. Okay, 23.6. Okay, we're starting to make just a little bit of progress. Not this time. Now the computer car is very fast in Sector 3. But we should be in a position to challenge Berger soon. This could be it. Okay. Now we're going to have to defend. See if we can break the slipstream. Ah, good racing that. Very good racing. Wow, Schumacher 6.5 ahead. So I'd say at best, we're about 10 seconds behind the leader. But I think now at least our pace has settled down a bit after a very nervous start. So, doesn't seem like we have a pace advantage on the guys in front. Whoops. I'm struggling to find a reason why we're weak at this track. I think potentially the acceleration zones are really hurting us. Either that or the computer car's just running less downforce as it should. And we can't compete with that. So we matched Schumacher on that lap. And we're pulling away from Berger now. It would be great if we could get onto the podium in this race. So I think it's Hill leading. DC second, Schumacher third. And obviously we need to keep an eye on the strategies. Okay, that was a good lap. It took about half a second off Schumi. So the tyres seem to be holding up quite well if we can match our best lap at this stage. It's good news. Okay, so we're not particularly fast at the moment, but at least we're consistent. So there may be some opportunities, especially when you factor in back markers and things like that. I'm very curious to see when the guys in front are going to make their pit stop. So I guess anyone on a 3-stop strategy will probably be hitting on about lap 17. So we'll have to keep our eye out for that. Really having to concentrate here. By the way, shout out to the Grand Prix 2.de forum guys. If you're watching this, thanks for the support. Really appreciate it. Okay, bit of a slow one there. Okay, come on. Let's go. Katayama in. That could be the first of the 3-stop guys. Alright, no pit stops yet. Slowly making ground on Schumacher. Blundell in the pits. And that's DC in. So he could be on a 3-stop or a short stint 2-stop. Back marker up ahead. So it's all kicking off here. Okay, Schumacher's becoming ever more visible. And that's Damon in the pits. So those guys could easily be on a 2-stop. Or a 3, so it's going to keep us guessing, for sure. Should be me staying out. Plenty of back markers now. Oh dear. That was costly. Get out of it, Zanardi. Oh, that could have been horrific. Nah, not a good lap. Yeah, we've lost at least 2 seconds this lap, I'd say. Stay in your lane, Frenson. Okay, there's a queue of cars ahead of Schumi, who's now at least on a 2-stop. Schumacher got held up there. We're right on him. Unfortunately, we've got a pit soon. Let's give it another lap or two. Thank you very much. Ah. Can we get him though? Okay, Schumacher brakes fairly late there, so noted. I just didn't want to do what I did on lap 2. Berger in the pits. Definitely 2-stop. That was strange. I didn't think I made contact with the LaRousse, but off he went. Okay, can we manage another lap here? I think we should pit. Okay, here we go. .2. Pretty average. Down to 5th. Not great. Okay. Let's get our head down. So obviously Schumacher, the 2 Williams. I'm not sure who else is in front of us. Maybe a Lacey? Because Berger pitted. Let's go. Yes, it is a Lacey. So he maybe is trying the 1-stop. We should be able to catch him. So these are important laps now. Was our best lap of the race. Car feels very good. It's always relatively tricky to pass a Ferrari in 1994. So maybe next lap. .22.7, it's pretty good. Whoops. Okay. That's a Lacey dealt with. So what's going to be interesting is the gap to the Williams guys. Because I've got a feeling that the computer cars are going to do what they usually do and convert a 3-stop strategy to a 2. In which case we're right on their pace. Or right on their strategy, should I say. Schumacher hasn't pitted yet, which is very worrying. Okay, 6.6 to Coulthard. And I've got a growing suspicion that that's our race today. I think it's looking increasingly likely that Schumacher's on a 1-stop. But yeah, it's been a fun race so far, even if we've lacked a bit of pace. I think we got better as the stint went on. And we've settled down a little bit. Bit scruffy in the chicane before the hairpin. But we're really having to push now. Lacey makes his pit stop. To be honest, this was the sort of challenge I was expecting at the beginning of the year. Brazil was a very close race before the oil leak, so I was expecting that to happen in, you know, San Marino, Monaco, and Spain, but we've had good pace there. But here, we are struggling a little bit. 23.2, decent lap. Okay, we can actually see Coulthard now up ahead. But judging by the Williams pace, I would say that they have converted to a two-stop. Obviously now the tyres are slightly more worn than ours. So this should be a good battle. Someone's off. Slight mistake there. Schumacher in. Okay, lap 33. I'd say that's looking like a one-stop. Wow. That was unbelievable. So, I think we overtook Schumacher then. Would make sense because he would have been struggling on those tyres. Oh, we've got an engine problem. Can we make it to the pits? Oh no, we can't. We're out. Pretty sure we are out of this race, folks. Ah, shame. We were quite close to the pit lane. Ah, disappointing. Very disappointing. But We've had reliability concerns all year, and so close to the pits. Let's see. Oh, causing all kinds of chaos. Well, that's us out on lap 34. Let's have a look at the race. So Herbert spun thanks to our very inconvenient parking. Let's have a look at the race. So a few pit stops are being made here. Berger's up to 4th. Schumacher's in 3rd. We can actually have a look at the fuel stop strategies now, yeah? So Schumacher was indeed on a 1-stop. I don't think we had the pace to beat him. Coulthard was on a 2. And Hill, yeah, I would say he's also on a 2-stop. So it's going to be quite interesting who's going to actually win this race. Is it going to be Hill or is it going to be Schumacher? There's Brundle. I remember when I was young, I used to think the graphics were absolutely incredible. And to be fair, they hold up really well. This is Berger in 4th place for Ferrari. Morbidelli in 8th, being lapped by Hill. Oh, Schumi's made a mistake there. But he's managed to recover. Wonder if we can see the gaps. So Coulthard is... Let's see the gap from Coulthard to Hill and Coulthard to Schumacher. Should give us an idea of where this is heading. So Hill's 10 seconds. So there's a 16 second gap between Hill and Schumacher. And Hill's got another pit stop to make. So actually this is going to be a really good race. It's a shame we couldn't be involved. I think we were closing on Coulthard. We were in with a chance. I'd say the win was looking tricky, but yeah, we were in the mix for a podium for sure. So maybe what we'll do here is accelerate the time a little bit and just drop in on the last few laps. There we are. Out of the race. Okay, so let's accelerate the time a little bit. So yeah, so Hill's stopped now. He's closing in on Schumacher. Let's have a look. So this is going to be the battle for the lead. We're on lap 60. 9 laps to go. So obviously Hill is the main contender to us in the championship. So this really matters in terms of point swing. Hill could make a full 10 points on us here if he manages to overtake Schumacher. On board now with Damon. Traffic up ahead for Schumacher. Oh, small mistake there from Hill. So this is really going to come down to the wire. Looks like Zanardi up ahead there in the Lotus. So Hill makes it past Zanardi, and Schumacher makes it past Katayama. Hill obviously has the engine power advantage, so if he can get close to Schumacher, you'd expect he'll have a good chance of overtaking. Schumacher obviously on a one-stop strategy. And I think his first stint was a little bit short of half distance, so obviously right now he'll be really starting to struggle with a longer second stint. But yeah, just gutted we couldn't get involved in this fight. Obviously it throws the championship wide open. I think we had a healthy enough advantage coming in. If I'm not mistaken, we were about 16 points ahead. So we were going to be leading whatever happened coming out of this race. But looks like Hill could close the gap right down here. Although he struggled to get past the traffic. 2.7 the gap to Schumacher. So while Hill's catching Schumacher, we'll see who's third. Coulthard, obviously. Flick through. Berger still in fourth. He's had a decent couple of races, Berger, after being overshadowed by Lacey at the beginning of the season. Lacey's gone a little bit quiet, a bit off the boil. Let's see who's sixth. Verstappen, who actually overtook us in those early laps. Okay, so here's Schumacher. Let's see what lap times he's doing. 23.9. And Hill 23.8. So at this rate, that's probably not going to be enough. But no back markers for a while here. 5 laps to go. So obviously if Hill's got anything left in his locker, he needs to show it right now. Schumacher coming up to back markers now, including his teammate. It's one of the Jordans, Barrichello. And that time was 23.9 again, and Hill 23.8. But let's see, it's a lottery now with the back markers. Schumacher getting held up a little bit through the S's. And he dives inside here in the chicane. So I think Hill gained a little bit of ground there. So let's see how Hill deals with Barrichello. Okay, I think Hill's caught him in a bit of a better position. 124.1 as opposed to 124.9 from Schumacher, so Hill nearly closed in a whole second there. This is really anyone's race. 4 laps to go, including this one. And a train of cars. It's Verstappen. It's Fittipaldi and Bernard. Oh, and Schumacher's going to get held up here through the chicane. Oh, this is a mess. Wow. Okay. That was well handled by Schumacher there. In fact, he did very well. Hill's still behind. And Schumacher makes his way through. So, question is, can Hill get through any more efficiently? It doesn't look like it at the moment. No, Hill lost a lot of time there, I think. 26.8 as opposed to Schumacher. Don't know. Missed his lap time there, but was it 23.7? Oh, Hill lost a lot of time, so I think it looks like Schumacher's going to win this race. Hill's still being held up. Yeah, Schumacher's opened up a healthy lead here. Let's see the gap. 2 laps to go. 23.7 and a 6-second gap to Hill. As long as the German doesn't make any mistakes, he will be taking his first win of the season here. It's been a pretty disastrous season for Schumacher, it has to be said. But this win should give the Benetton team some confidence. But yeah, that 23.7 at this stage of the race on a one-stop strategy is very impressive. And I don't think we could have dealt with that pace, even if we were in the race, unfortunately. But I would say that generally we've been a little bit better dealing with the traffic than the computer cars, so you can always gain time in that scenario. So I'm not sure if we would have been in the thick of this fight, but I think we would have been ahead of DC for third. which obviously would have been useful. But alas, engine problems again. First it was an oil leak in Brazil, and now an engine failure in Canada. Next Grand Prix is France, and it's probably one of my weakest tracks on the game. So yeah, it's definitely all to play for here in the championship. Schumacher's done us a favour by finishing ahead of Hill here, but yeah, I'm not expecting France to be our most competitive race. And then there's also tracks like Hockenheim and Italy, which are going to be very difficult. So yeah, stay tuned, folks. It's going to be an interesting end to the season. Here he is, Schumacher rounding the final turn. And he takes victory for Benetton. Hill, second for Williams. And then it's Coulthard in third. Okay, let's save that game. And accelerate the time. So here are the race results. Schumacher wins it by 6.8 seconds over Damon Hill. Coulthard third, 17 seconds behind Schumacher. And then it's Berger and Alesi, who managed to both finish on the lead lap. Verstappen scores a point for Benetton, so a good day for Benetton. McLaren's in 7th and 8th. Cesaris finishes a race for once. And there we are. Engine problems denied us on about lap 34. Just as the race was sort of coming alive for us, really. So a bit disappointing, but we weren't actually in the lead, so I guess it's better that it happens here than at another track. Let's have a look at the drivers' best laps. Okay, so we were pretty fast. Keeping decent pace with Hill there. Schumacher was obviously on a one-stop strategy, so you'd expect his times to be a bit slower. But yeah, fun race. Unfortunately, didn't go our way this time. Let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship table. So, Concilio still leads on 40 points, followed by Hill. And now Schumacher vaults all the way up to third, with Coulthard fourth, Alesi and Berger. Constructors' Championship table. Williams now ahead by 12 points. It's going to be tough to overcome them when I'm the only one scoring for Simtek. But yeah, I think that's a good time to wrap up the stream. Thank you for watching this race. Hope to catch you at the next one. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's always appreciated. But until next time, this is Maltese Falcon signing off.